My name is Unit. Welcome to another episode of Justice for You, brought to you by Effort Foundation and the Nigerian renders free legal representation to indigent and innocent inmates, and we focus on victims of police brutality and those that have been wrongly incarcerated. So today I have here with me Paul Samuel. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Please let's meet you.
Okay, my name is Paul Samuel. I'm a lawyer to experience, and I'm currently a partner at Sterling Springs Solicitors, a law firm based in Lagos.
Alright, you're welcome.
Thank you.
For joining us. So today we'll be discussing on corruption in the justice system. Corruption in the justice system. When we say corruption, what do we mean by corruption?
Okay, the term corruption is actually a very broad term. It's so wide that if we delve into it, we may not really exhaust it. It has been described. So many people have come to bring up different definitions, different concepts of what corruption is. But simply put, corruption as it relates to our discourse today, since it has to do with justice system, has been defined. It was actually defined by our laws, our Nigerian laws. Section 98 of the Criminal Code Act made provision for what amounts to corruption, both official and judicial corruption. And it defined it to mean when a public official, or should I say a judicial official, corruptly asks for, receives, or obtains either monetary benefits or any kind of benefits or property for the sake of doing an act or omitting to do an act, or to show favor or disfavor to a person in the course of discharging his duty. So I can say that when you go to file a matter in court and you see the registrar request that, oh, you have to pay me for me to do this act, you can qualify that as corruption.
Alright, so can you give us instances of corrupt activities we have in the system, in the judicial system?
Okay, corrupt activities in the Nigerian justice system. There are a plethora of instances. One of such is, for instance, in a rape matter or in a criminal matter generally. You're supposed to file, and you're supposed, when you make reports to the police most times they won't prosecute or take the matter up unless you pay mobilization fee. In fact, there have been instances where we went to the police station to report a matter. I can remember vividly this happened to someone very close. We reported this to the police that someone attempted to rape someone. And immediately we got to the police station, the first thing the police requested was, you have to pay us mobilization fee. And the case of the police is not different from that of the prosecutor. For the prosecutor to prosecute matters, you have to pay. In fact, there are times for you to even bring the IPO to court to come and testify, you have to pay. For you to force the prosecutor to come and prosecute matter diligently, you have to pay. You go to court, you file your matters after paying the necessary fees. In fact, before you pay the necessary fees, the judicial officials in the court registry, they see it as an entitlement. It is their right that before you do anything, you must pay me. You go to the commissioner for oath to stamp a process and sign saying, he will be looking at you, you must pay. You go to the bailiff, after paying service fee, the bailiff, your process will be moved until you've paid. Sometimes people go as far as going behind to meet some judges and judicial officers to pay them, to give judgments in their favor.
Okay, so now can we say we have a corrupt justice system in Nigeria?
If we have a corrupt justice system in Nigeria, I would say no. The justice system as it is, now I'm talking because the justice system, we have the police force, we have the prisons, we have the courts. But now, when we talk about justice system, what are we talking about? Justice system is just a set of institutions that are established with the main aim of enforcing the law. So the institution itself, as established, I wouldn't say that the system is corrupt, but I can say that officials, we have corrupt officials in those systems, which is what now paints the system as corrupt, but stricto sensu, literally, the system itself is not corrupt, but we have corrupt people in the system.
So with all you have explained, in what ways can you say corruption has affected the justice system?
Okay, as I said earlier, corruption is actually a major challenge in our justice system, especially in the court system in Nigeria, because corruption has led to miscarriage of justice. It's even currently it still leads to miscarriage of justice. Justice are being delayed, justice are being denied, is being denied. Most people have lost confidence in the Nigerian justice system or in the Nigerian court system. The judges that were once believed to be the court used to be seen as the sacred hallowed temple of justice. But now it is so disheartening that when you go to court today, people have lost confidence in the court system. The Nigerian justice system, the Nigerian court system has lost its saltiness and credibility as a result of corrupt practices, corrupt activities, and corrupt officials. You go to file a matter, the registrar requests for money. You complete filing a matter, the bailiff requests for money. You go to, sometimes you have heard cases of judges requesting for money in order to grant certain applications or to favor or disfavor a particular person or group of persons. It now appears to be the market of the highest bidder. If you want justice, how much do you have? It's how much you have that will determine whether or not you get justice. So,
alright, so you gave instances of court officials like the bailiffs. When you want to file, usually you have to pay a certain amount to file. But at the end of the day, notice that if you don't pay, or let me just say, don't tip or set those bailiffs, for instance, you might not end up serving your processes. And even sometimes the court registrars also, to move your process, to follow up on your process, you need to at least tip them. Or can we now say then that the poor reputation of those officials are the reason for all these forms of corruption?
well, for me, I don't think that the amount you pay a person will determine whether or not the person will be corrupt. I think that corruption stems from greed and lack of value. Because there are people that even their salary, their monthly emolument is not even up to 18,000 naira. Some people 30,000, some people 50,000 naira. But yet, because those people have over time imbued certain moral principles and values in themselves, they won't compromise their position. They won't use their position to favor or disfavor another person simply because they want to get a private gain or benefit to themselves. So I don't think it's the matter of poor remuneration or high remuneration. We've seen people that are even paid well and they are still corrupt. We've seen judges that are well remunerated, yet they request for money. We've had cases of judges requesting for money to do certain things or to undo certain things. We've had cases of justice being denied and justice being raped, in quotes, as a result of lack of money. And these are people that have money. These people are well paid. So I think it's a thing of value. One's personal value. That is what determines whether or not the person will be corrupt, and not about how much the person is being paid.
So, what do you think the government can do, or what do you think they've done to curtail all these forms of corruption in our justice system?
Well, the government, on its part, as I mentioned earlier, has made provision under our laws. We have the provision, as I mentioned, Section 98 of the Criminal Code Act of Nigeria, and also various states have codified it in their laws too. But it's just so unfortunate that these laws exist just in book. We hardly find cases or see cases where corrupt judicial officials, either registrars or judges, either bailiffs or magistrates, are being prosecuted. Just very few cases. But it is evident that issue of corruption is rampant in this system. The government is aware of it, but implementation is the issue. There are lots of laws that are lying dormant. They are not being implemented. The issue of corruption has continued for ages. There was a time when our justice system was being revered. People like Justice Aguda of blessed memory, they were imported. He was imported out of Nigeria to become the Chief Justice of Uganda or Botswana. Justices, Prince Bola Ajibola was appointed a justice of the International Court of Justice because our justice system as at then was good. People could come and they would obtain justice. But now, the unimagined have now become the reality of today. Corruption reeks everywhere.
So do you think with all of this, if we introduce technology, it should have a way of reducing the various forms of corruption in the system?
Yes. I believe that technology, we are now in the age of technology. There's technology disruption in almost every sector of the world. And the legal sector is not left out in this disruption. So I believe that technology can actually be employed in curbing or abating the rate of corrupt activities that go on in our Nigerian justice system. For instance, if CCTVs can be installed in the courts the court premises, I believe that registrars, court officials will be more conscious of themselves, and the issue of corruption would actually reduce a bit. I also commend the Lagos State government for introducing the e-filing system, thereby reducing human-to-human interface in the justice system in filing of matters and what have you. So I believe that these technologies, if adequately provided and employed, it can actually help in reducing the rates of corruption and corrupt practices going on in the Nigerian justice system.
So do you have instances of what can be done to fix the justice system, how to reduce corruption in the justice system?
Okay, as I said earlier, the government should focus more on implementing the provisions of Section 98 of the Criminal Code Act. Because 98A, which provides for corruption by public officials or official corruption, forbids or makes it a crime punishable with 7 years. 7 years imprisonment for a public official to actually demand or receive or collect bribe or any benefits for the sake of doing a particular act or omission or doing favor to another person. And on the other hand, the same law also made provision for punishing people that give bribe or that encourage bribe or corruption in the justice system. I believe that if our Nigerian judiciary, if we can focus more on implementing this law, it will actually go a long way in abating the rate of corruption. Because if, as a lawyer, I am punished for offering bribe to a judicial officer or to a judge or a magistrate or justice of any of the courts, it will serve as a deterrent to others that want to do same. And if as a judicial officer or a public official I am punished for collecting bribe, it would actually deter others from doing same. So I believe that there's still hope for our judicial system. So one is implementation. If the provisions of Section 98 of the Criminal Code can be implemented, it will go a long way. Another is technology. The government should actually they should take a cue from other developed countries to actually see how technologies have been employed in the judicial system and how it has aided in curbing and abating corruption in the system. I believe it will go a long way. And also, we mentioned the issue of remuneration. I believe that the remuneration of judicial officers generally should be reviewed. They should look at it once again, and if it accords to reason that it is not enough, they should actually make provision for improving it. Another one is sensitization. There should be sensitization of judicial officers. Generally, both judges from the highest cadre to the least, there should be sensitization and training, which should go on often. Let's say maybe monthly, quarterly, or annually. There should be sensitization, there should be enlightenment. They should understand the evil that judicial corruption is doing to the society. People have lost confidence completely in the Nigerian justice system. People are willing to go to court. People are willing to litigate because they will tell you, oh, how much do I have? If I sue this man now, he knows people. He has people. So people have lost confidence. The saltiness has been lost. The credibility has been lost. It is no longer the hallowed temple of justice. It is no longer the last hope of the common man. Because it is now the last hope of who has money. And don't forget, it is he who pays the piper that dictates the tune of the music. So there should be sensitization so as to win the confidence of people back in our Nigerian justice system. People should be more willing to come to court with the hope that justice will be done.
All right, thank you very much, Samuel. Please, can you tell us your final words on the topic?
Okay, my final words on this topic is there's no doubt, it is so glaring and evident that the current Nigerian justice system has lost its saltiness. It is so evident that the credibility of the justice system has been lost, or better still, is being lost. And for the Nigerian justice system to redeem our image, there are a lot of things that ought to be done. All the recommendations that have been given here, the enforcement of the provisions of Section 98 of the Criminal Code Act, the employment of technology, sensitization, reviewing of salary structure of judicial officers and other public officers working in our Nigerian justice system. I believe that if all these are done, then the confidence will gradually be regained. People, the common man, will easily have that confidence that, oh, if I come here, I will actually get justice. And with that, the image will be redeemed. And the issue of corruption in the justice system, as we have it today, will be a thing of the past. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samuel. Thanks for honoring our invitation. All right, thank you to our viewers. Thanks for, I hope our episode has been enlightening. Also, don't forget to like, don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.